part of what the Tampa Museum calls the French genius's bronze sculptures. They'll be on display until mid-June. However, there is a major problem.
Unfortunately, these Degas bronzes aren't even direct reproductions of anything he did.
Jacksonville artist Gary Arseneau calls the Degas bronzes one of the largest art frauds in the 20th and 21st century.
Degas was dead when it was done, so he's never seen the work that the museum wants everyone to pay to see.
It all began 2 years after Degas died in 1917. His family had someone make a wax copy of sculptures he made of cloth, paintbrushes, and other materials that Degas used as models for his paintings. From the wax, the family made a second-generation bronze forgery. And from that bronze, a third-generation forgery bronze was made, and a counterfeit Degas signature was added.
So what you're seeing, basically, is their interpretation of what his work would look like if, in fact, he was alive to cast it in bronze.
Every sculpture that will be on display was done after he died.
Correct. All the bronzes that exist in the world were done posthumously.
The director of the Tampa Museum, Todd Smith, admits what Arseneau says is true, but he says it's accepted in the art world.
Like other museums, we're presenting them as posthumous castings based on the wax models that Degas created.
But that too is a wink and nod whopper told by the art community. The wax castings were done after he died by someone else.
Well, he created multimedia works. We refer to them as wax.
But they weren't wax.
They consisted of a lot of material.
Another major problem is a code of ethics major museums, including the Tampa Museum, subscribe to. It says all bronze castings from finished bronze, all unauthorized enlargements, and all transfers into new materials, unless specifically condoned by the artist, should be considered as inauthentic or counterfeit.
That was a way, and still is a way, to protect living artists going forward. It was not meant to go back in time and chastise what had already happened.
And critics say what the Tampa Museum is doing is similar to as if I say, I don't want this original image of me that you're seeing right now ever to be reproduced. But then after my death, someone reproduces that image in wax, and it changes just a little bit. And then from that wax image, a bronze casting is made. A little bit different than the original. And from that first bronze, a second bronze is cast and passed off as my work with my signature, even though I expressly said I didn't want it to happen, and the reproduction and then the subsequent counterfeits were all done after I was dead.
And the idea that a museum, like the Tampa Museum, would present work that Degas didn't create, he didn't approve, and he didn't sign because, unfortunately, he was dead at the time, and pass those forgeries off as legitimate works of art is a rank obscenity.
Anyone who walks into an exhibition of Degas bronzes knows, whether it's here, the Metropolitan, the National Gallery, knows how these were done.
That's not what we found.
We're basically looking at a phony, and we're telling everybody it's okay. It's cheating.
Kelly Nascarella's reaction is the same one we got from everyone we told about the exhibit.
It's not just surprising, it's not acceptable.
And Arseneau says that is the reaction he gets when he brings up the art world's secret.
Are you telling me that all these museums are participating in this fraud and that you know what's going on and they don't know? And the answer is they do know. They just don't want you to know.
These are beautiful. My question is, are these Degas?
These are works that were created by his heirs, by his agent at a foundry after he died.
But not by him.
He was dead.
But the Tampa Museum of Art wants you to come see the work of a dead genius that he never created, never approved, or never wanted to be displayed in bronze. Mike Deeson, 10 News.